the biggest stigma about being in a sorority is that we join to pay for friends, but I'm gonna tell you why that's a myth. This is important because there are a lot of people in need of shoes and eyeglasses. Also, you may want to join an organization one day. My name is Krystal Judd, and I'm a student at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, and I'm a communications student. The purpose of this speech is to inform you of the purpose of giving back to your community. In this speech, I will discuss who, where, and the task performed, as well as the communication principles and concepts included in my service project. First, I completed my service at Chenal Country Club in West Little Rock. This is important because you should know why the service relates to the mission. The mission of the sorority, according to aka1908.com, is to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, to promote friendship and unity among college women, to study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, to maintain a progressive interest in college life, and to be of service to all mankind. So who was involved? Me, as well as other members of the sorority. And here are a couple pictures of that. That is my mentor, and those are some of the sorority sisters that we helped out. So our mission is service to all mankind. Therefore, the goal of the service project was to help those in need of shoes and eyeglasses. Our tasks were to inventory the eyeglasses and the shoes that we received from the members, box them up, and have them ready to ship out. There's one communication principle there's one communication principle and two communication concepts connected to my service learning experience. This is important because to be an effective communicator, you must exemplify a few of these. The first communication principle is simultaneous communication. According to the UAR's Department of Applied Communication, it is the exchange of behaviors that can be interpreted by each other. Each person is a sender and receiver simultaneously. There are really turns to take. I had to communicate simultaneously to members of the organization to get tasks accomplished. For example, I had to constantly communicate when I was done counting to let members of the organization know that they can box them up to have them ready to be shipped out. The second communication concept is organization. According to Adler, Rodman, and Dupree, it is the perceptual process of organizing stimuli into patterns. So during the event, we had to organize what we needed to be done first, all the way to what needed to be done last. We set up a rhythm to make each person's job flow with the next. So one person inventoried, the second person boxed, the third person put the FedEx labels on the box to be shipped out and loaded the van. The second communication concept is listening. According to Adler, Rodman, and Dupree, it is a process wherein the brain reconstructs electrochemical pulses generated by hearing into representation of the original sound and gives them meaning. When there's a lot of noise in your background, it's important to listen. You have to cancel out the noise that's going on that's irrelevant to you, to listen to when people are calling your name and telling you to do certain tasks. Moving on. Based on my service experience, I can use communication concepts and ethical implications to improve my communication and help my community. This is important because the more you improve your communication, the better. A communication concept I would use to improve my communication would be understanding. According to Adler, Rodman, and Dupree, it is the act of interpreting a message following syntactic, semantic, and pragmatic rules. I chose this because when I first arrived, I had little understanding of what my role was. So when I got there, I didn't know where I had to be. I had to call my mentor, and she gathered some information of where I needed to be and what I needed to do. To improve, I could have contacted someone prior to the event so that I would know my roles. An ethical implication communication I could use would be responsibility. According to the UALR Survival Guide, it is holding ourselves accountable for our choices, actions, and communication with others. I chose this because it was my responsibility to coordinate with other members to know my roles. I can use this to improve my community by taking responsibility and encourage others to do so also. Lastly, the purpose of this speech was to inform you of the importance of giving back to your community. I talked about the details of my service, communication principles, concepts, and a way to improve my communication. Therefore, if you're a person like me who really doesn't like people, paying for friends would be a waste of money.
All right, thank you to everyone who stayed late.